Hey, what is up, everybody? First of all, I'm filming this on like my phone color is on black and white because it's like it might make it more like I'll stop using it, so I stop like the screen addiction and all that. If I turn it on black and white, then maybe it'll help that. But so I don't know, if that's gonna affect the recording or anything. So yeah, I guess what I want to talk about in this video is just my life recently. It's been hard, man. It's been hard. It's been so incredibly. I've realized, just like more. I've been paying attention to my common, just like natural state, and I've realized that I'm just so incredibly stressed out for basically all the time of my existence. I realize that I'm in like a constant state of distress. Like, I don't know if I talked about it, but I've always felt like I've been in this feeling of just like this deep, like numb, dull pain, and I haven't like quite felt how to like describe it accurately, other than like, well, I came up with like, imagine you're in surgery, right? And they're just like cutting into you, they're tearing you apart, and like you're awake though, and you can what's happening, like you could see it happening, but at the same time you're on pain meds, so you can't really feel it, but you can't feel it, but you can also feel it. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but you just know something is wrong, and it's something it's a constant, just deep state that I seem to always be in. And the more I've like focused on my emotions, the more I've just realized that I am just so stressed out, like just like actually stressed out all of the time about just where I'm going, what I'm doing. I'm uncertain about so many things. I'm uncertain about how I'm going to get out of my abusive household. I'm uncertain about how much longer I can stay in my abusive household. I'm uncertain about the different steps I have to take to get out of here or make it more comfortable. And it is so difficult each and every day to live, to function, and I'm constantly doing things that I know I shouldn't be doing. Like, I'm constantly doing, like, on my phone, escaping this feeling, which is like, it never works, or barely ever works. And when it is working, it's not working. Like, it's only working a fraction of the time. And there's just so many things. Like, my dog, man, I have to worry about him all the time. Like, he's not safe here, especially without me being here. When I get away from this household, he's not safe here. Like, he could I saw him, because he likes to carry things out to the backyard, like trash and things. And one time he carried my mom's pill bottle, which is like filled with pills, and he was like chewing on it. And if I wouldn't have been there, he would have chewed into it, and he could have died, man. Because there was a bunch of like pills in there, like prescription pills and vitamins and everything like that. If he would have chewed into it, like, he would have died. Possibly, if I wouldn't have been there at that specific time. And it's not like I've tried to train him, man, but it's like I've tried to train him not to bark, but it's just when my mom sees me training him, for some like manipulative, controlling reason, she decides to train him the opposite of what I'm training him. Like, she actively praises him when he barks, because she sees that I'm teaching him not to bark. And she screamed at me for teaching him not to bark. And so I can't push any farther. Like, I can't push teaching him not to bark when she's just like that. And the thing is, I don't have like any treats or anything to teach him other things, because for me to get treats, I have to go talk to her, and it's just like, it's so hard. And then he bit my mom on the forehead, which I'm not sure how it happened or what happened. My mom said that he was whining, and my mom tried to make him stop, and then he bit her on the forehead. And he's a fairly big dog, and he wasn't trying to hurt her. He bit her, and then she got she was bleeding from a tiny spot. So he bit her, and then he bit me twice. Back when we first got him, which was when I did something stupid, and I snuck up on him when he was sleeping. And I was just trying to play with him, but also scare him a little bit. And so I put my face close to him, and I snuck up on him. I breathed on him hard, like he would do to me, because he always does that. And then he woke up, and he instantly he bit my forehead. I don't know why he likes biting foreheads so much, but he just instantly bit my forehead, and he was sound asleep. And he bit it the same way he bit my mom's forehead, which was he wasn't trying to kill me or anything, but he bit me, and I was bleeding from a little tiny spot, it's like a couple droplets of blood, but it's still horrible behavior to not correct, And then ignorantly, the best way that I could think of how to stop that behavior at the time was to challenge him or something. So then, and this is a year ago. So then I went up to him, and I play growled or something, and then he bit me again. So, and he bit me on, I think it was the opposite side of the forehead. And it was he just I think he did a little bites, but fast, hard bites. But I think he only bites with the fangs, the tall teeth. So he did 2 quick bites to me, and bites that won't hurt nobody, but won't kill nobody or injure nobody. But still, I gotta correct him, and I gotta train him in it. I gotta train him, but I don't know how I'm going to train him when my mom actively does the opposite of my training. And also he injured his hip one time, and that was just such a horrible experience. That was a week ago. He injured his hip or something. And then my mom was just horrible. And that whole situation pretty much ended with me throwing a bag of ice at my mom's head. Which was the first time I've ever gotten physical with anybody in years. But yeah, I threw a bag of ice at her head. And it's so insane. How, because I'm gonna have to be honest with whoever I give Simon to, because I'm gonna give him away. Obviously, I'm gonna try to. So I gotta say he bit my mom and he bit me. But it wasn't like he wasn't trying to kill us or anything. Oh, by the way, I'm not sure what happened when he bit my mom. So I gotta train him really good somehow with, I don't know, man. It's so hard. It's so uncertain. Because it's not like I can train him not to bite or anything. Like, I gotta train him like other things, like how to mind me and how to like do things so that he minds his next owner. And so I could get the chances of another owner taking him to increase. And I'm not sure how he is around dogs, and then how he is around cats is he's never bit a cat. We own 2 cats. He's never bit them, but introducing them was such a crazy experience. He was like, my family is horrible, but like that he was like so excited, like his heart was pounding. He was like whining, trying to get at the cats when we first introduced him, like the first week we had him. And it was kind of tough introducing them, and if he repeats that, which I think he will repeat that same way of dealing with cats he first meets, that's going to be horrible. That's going to be hard to convince the owner that, like, oh yeah, you gotta introduce them slowly, or you just gotta whatever. Like if the owner that I'm going to give the cat to, or the dog to, has cats. And it's so hard because, and there's other things about that, and it's so hard because I know Simon isn't safe here, and I know that if he gets sick or if he gets injured, or when he gets old, if he's still living here, my mom will abuse him so much and will just make him suffer and significantly decrease his lifespan. Not out of outright hitting him, not out of outright abusing him or whatever, but out of feeding him very poorly. Like she might feed him like 20 hot dogs or something, or like my mom's just so unwell. She might feed him like 20 hot dogs, or she might not feed him at all for like a week, or she might not give him water for a week, or when my dog's hip got injured a week ago, she wanted to give him the prescription pills for our past dog, who she also abused. But she wanted to give those specific prescription pills to Simon, which is my dog now. Which is like, you shouldn't, like, even if you should do that, I'm not trusting my mom to do that, because I know she's gonna do something, like something impulsive or something like she like maybe deep down wants to hurt Simon or poison Simon, so she might do that. And it's like, even if it's okay to give Simon my past dog's medication, which I looked it up and it said you should consult your vet, and she's never taken him to the vet before, even though I begged her. She said that I looked it up and it said you should not give medications from past dogs to your current dog if you're not, without consulting a veterinarian about it. So I'm not going to let her do that. I'm not going to let her do that, but she's probably going to do that. She's for sure going to do that anyways, no matter what, because I'm not with Simon every moment of every day. And she gave my last dog enemas, and just like enemas, which is like how, like, I don't even know like what an enema is, but like making she like stuck things up my past dog's butt to like make her like poop out things that she wasn't pooping out or something, or her stomach was blocked, even though the veterinarian told her, don't do that. my mom kept doing that, out of, she doesn't trust the vet, or she maybe she deep down wanted my dog to die, or maybe she deep down wanted to abuse my dog, or maybe she just straight out wanted to make her suffer. I'm not sure exactly why my mom does things, which is like, I've lived with her all my life, I've dealt with her, but still, I don't know. I don't know her, I don't know why, I don't even know her motives for a lot of things, other than my mom has done hard drugs all of her life, drank all of her life, and she said she had an MRI scan and half her brain was missing. She said she did a brain scan one time, and then the doctor said half her brain was missing, or like half her brain got ate an hour or something like that. But I know she's a very hypocritical, ignorant, self-serving, unempathetic, monster of a person. And it's not like she's evil or anything. Like, nobody is evil. Like, Hitler isn't evil. Like, everyone's doing the best they can. But she's not a good person. She's not a good person. So it's a dog. I don't know what I'm gonna do with Simon. I don't know how I'm gonna get him to a safer home, and I need to do it soon. And I don't know how I'm going to live away soon. If I live at a friend's house, that's going to be hard to live at a friend's house. Even though I know I can do it, but living at a friend's house is going to be really hard because of just the social anxiety and it was hard living at my Uncle Donnie's house for like 2 weeks. Social anxiety and scheduling things and being out of an abusive home is like incredibly hard. Like, when you first get out of an abusive home and you're just in the world now, it is so hard to deal with. That's what I've learned when I spent a week or 2 or 3 at my uncle's house. It's so hard to deal with, I guess. And so I'm very afraid for when that happens. If I can find anyone to live with, I mean, nobody has said yes to that. Nobody has said yes to me living with them. So the other option, which is like, it's not like another option, like it can go down. I can do both at once, but the other option is getting a car and living in the car, which is something I would want to do, and it's something that I actually like. It's something that I legitimately want to do with my life at some point in time. But with that, that's at least another 6 months if I want to be living in a car with a license, because I haven't even gotten my permit yet. I'm still waiting on someone to drive me to the DMV so I can take my written test and all that, which I took like the driver's ed online course, like the 30 hours. So literally all I need to do is just go in, take the written test, and then I think I can just get my permit. And then I have to wait 6 months and then do some driving with the instructor, and then the 50 hours, which I think I could just cheat on and say like I did the 50 hours of driving with someone over 25. And yeah, and then getting a car will be, I mean, that's going to be hard, but like, my money is just, I'm just going to have to get a job, you know, and it's like, but I don't know if I could wait 6 months until I get out of here. I don't know. It's so stressful. It's so hard. Every single day is so hard. And even today, like, that's another thing, like the plants at the house, because basically what I'm doing now is I'm living in my garage, like in an abandoned car in my garage. So that's where I haven't really gone in the house much or in my room much in the past week. So then I thought, wait, how am I going to water the plants? Because then I'm going to have to go inside the house and then deal with an abusive family and deal with yelling. And I can still hear like a yelling from the garage, I can still hear a crazy amount of yelling from inside in a very filled with junk garage and inside of a car inside of the garage. I can still hear a crazy amount of yelling. But it's better than being in the house. So then I thought, like, how am I going to water my plants? Because then I'm going to have to go inside. Because the plants, at least the plant that I usually water is an inside plant, or so they say. And, yeah, I went inside and it was just, I got just scolded and yelled at immediately when I went inside to water the plant. And the other thing is my family members just like don't give a shit about the plants. Like they don't, even though I never got a plant. Like they're all my family's plants except for like one. But they never water them. And my sister has a plant specifically for her, which is just completely dying. It's like it might be dead already, but like I have to water those plants, and I don't know how I'm going to do that. And it was just so difficult. Like it was so hard today. Even just like the interactions I've had with my family today were just so hard. It's so much. I got to do so much more work, and it's so much more. Oh my God, it's just so hard to live. It's so hard to live. And I don't know if I can live much longer in these states I'm in. It's because it's even to do small goals, like small things, like clean the garage a little bit so I could put more stuff in it, or fill up like water jugs so I can have a water supply in the garage. It's so incredibly difficult, and it takes like days for me to do like one big-ish task, you know. It's so difficult, and it's so difficult to live, man. And so if it's so difficult for that stuff, it's going to be so much more difficult for the bigger stuff that I want to do, right? Like the bigger goals, like getting a job, you know. And I've applied for like a lot of jobs already, and nobody has messaged me back, I don't think. How am I going to live? How am I going to work a freaking job? How am I going to work a job? How? Like, in these states I'm already in this horrible state that I'm in, and I can't even ride my bike to the freaking job because my bike tire went out. It blew out completely, and I asked my friend's dad if he could help me put it together. He just left me on red. And so I have to get a new tire, a new tube, and then I don't know why the tire keeps popping on me. And I don't know how I'm going to find the money to get a new tire and a new tube because I've asked my mom and she said no. And then I don't know how I'm going to put it together. Like, I could look up videos on everything and all that, but it's just, I want to take it to a shop to get it fixed. Because the tires keep popping on me. But for right now, I don't have a bike. So I can't. So I might have to just walk to the jobs or take a bus. I have a bus pass, but I'm not. I guess I just have to test out the bus pass. But how am I supposed to like do all this shit, do all these fucking goals and all these tasks and all these things I have to do in order to move forward an inch an inch in my life, and it's not like I'm moving forward like I'm doing happy things. It's I'm moving forward in an attempt to escape this abusive household and this fucking pain that I'm in. But how am I supposed to do that when I'm in so much pain already? It's just, and each one of those tiny tasks is filled with so much uncertainty, and it's filled with so much just things that could go wrong, and I'm not sure how to do the stuff, and so much of it has to do with my family, and if my family will work with me on it, or if my family will pay for things, because I don't have a money making thing, I don't have a job. So much of it has to do with if my mom will be like consenting to it, which is already proven to be hard in my life. So I don't know. I don't. It's so fucking uncertain. It's so uncertain. And I don't know what to do. So it's like, but like, I don't know if it's either keep going down this path or just kill myself. And I don't know which one is more likely for me to do. Probably going towards the path, keep going down this path is probably more likely for me to do. But man, it's just, it's hard, man. It's hard. It's just so hard, and it's so uncertain. I hate how uncertain everything is in my life. And the thing is, I basically, no, I have to. I don't have to do anything, but like, there's always something you could do. But like, I basically have to keep interacting with my family, keep, in which I know I'm going to get abused and scolded and yelled at and threatened, and things might be taken away from me, or something might happen. Simon might die. I'm going to have to keep interacting with my family to get these tasks done until I can finally reach a point where I can actually escape this shit. Like, even getting a car, I have to work with my mom on getting her to be okay with that, and getting her to like co-sign everything, and because I think I need my mom to co-sign that, or somebody. Even doing that is going to be so difficult. And that's like the last task I basically need to do. And then my school, man, I haven't been doing that at all. Like, I got straight F's, and this is like probably my fifth week, probably fifth week in school, and I just have straight F's already, because of just, I can't even balance it's so many things to do. And so I can't do that. I'm just, because I'm just in this constant state of just pain and stressing out, and I'm just like, a 5-minute interaction with my family will have me reeling and just like in my mind, and just in like this like PTSD thing of stressing out, and then I try to drown it out with my phone, and I try to drown it out with jerking off or doing a bad habit. And by the time and then like 8 hours go by, and then I basically wasted the day, and I got like one thing done that I wanted to do. And then like another like, and the thing is, it's been so difficult, but I have been doing things to get myself out of the state. Like, I have been doing habits on a habit tracker. I have been kind of getting better at watching, I've been getting a lot better at my social media and videos and stuff, which is like, I still do it. Like, I still am watching videos and doing stuff like probably it's like 12 hours a day or something. but it's better than I was doing, and I'm doing it more in like organized fashion, I guess, if you could say that. And I have been doing some better things but it hasn't been helping much. It has not been helping much. And another thing about Simon is that when I get him out of this home, my mom is going to freak the fuck out. I'm not sure what's going to happen. And keep in mind, this is all in an abusive household where anything could happen. Like my sister could kill my mom. My sister could kill me. My mom could, if she's really... My mom has tried to kill all the members of my family multiple times. And I'm not sure if that could happen again. I'm not sure if my sister tried to kill her boyfriend one time. My sister has abused me multiple times when I was younger. I'm not sure if she could snap. I'm not sure what could happen. And if when I get Simon out of here, when I get Simon out of her, then my mom is going to freak the fuck out. She's going to, I think she's going to freak the fuck out anyways, and that's going to be horrible to deal with. Because keep in mind, when I get Simon out of the house, I'm still going to need her to do stuff and to sign off on things and stuff like that. And right, like I said, and back on the plants thing, and I know I'm making a big deal about plants, but like, if I'm not here, they're going to die, right? And I all of a sudden felt really bad about plants, because like everything's living, like plants are living. I know that these plants are going to die, and these plants have already been dying even while I'm here, because I just haven't been watering them sometimes. And I know the plant that I have in my room is going to die. I know the plants that are in the entry room is going to die, because my family is untrustable to water the plants. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that. Maybe I should just ask my friends if they could hold the plants, if the plants could be with them, But yeah, just so many things to do, which are just so many different things to do, so many different tasks, and every single one of them is painful to do, and the build up to them is long and painful to experience. And I'm just pushing myself so much all the time. And it's hard, man. It's so hard. And one task ranges on if I could do another task successfully, and the goals within the task are like, I don't even know what I'm going to do. I don't know if I'm going to live in a car, if I'm going to live in my friend's house. If I live in a car, it's going to take 6 months, unless I live in a friend's house until I get the car. Until I can get my driver's license. And then I need to get my permit quick. I need to go to the DMV quick, but no one will take me to the DMV. I could ask my mom to take me. I've asked my sister multiple times. I've asked my grandparents. I don't know when that's going to happen. Hopefully as soon as possible. But I've studied for the written test. I'm pretty sure I'm going to pass it. And the written test, I think, is really easy. And I think just actually putting a solid couple hours straight into practicing the written test even more is gonna. I'm almost positive I'm gonna pass it. But it's just getting to the DMV and getting these rides to places like the DMV or to get my personal documents. That's been so hard as well. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to do that or if I'm going to kill myself. Because it's already, even for a normal person, I feel like these tasks would be so hard to do. But couple that with the fact that you have diagnosed PTSD, couple that with the fact that you're going through abuse each and every day, Couple that with the fact that you have a incredible addiction to scrolling on your phone. Couple that with the fact that you are like agoraphobic, kind of like you always stay in your house. Couple that with the fact that you have an incredible social anxiety. Couple that with the fact that you have like kind of sensory, I don't know if I have undiagnosed autism or something, which I don't think I have. And then couple that with the fact that you have incredible self-hating issues, self-sabotaging issues. Couple that with the fact that I have nowhere that's private, you know. Like even here in this field, like there's so many cars whizzing past. Like, I feel like there's always someone watching me, or like I gotta watch what I say or something like that. Couple that with the fact that I have to have my family drive me everywhere because my bike doesn't work. I have to have my family drive me to school because my bike doesn't work. Couple that with the fact that I gotta get the bike to work. It's so many things which I should be able to get done sooner, but it's just if it was all on me, if it was tasks that I didn't involve my family members to help me with, or didn't involve anybody else, I believe I would get them done a lot sooner. But it's because of the fact that I have to have help from everybody. I have to interact with so many people, interact with my family who's incredibly abusive. That's what makes it so hard. That's one thing that makes it so hard. And then it's just all of that with all of that on top of just this constant horrible feeling that I have. It's insane. It's insane. It's so hard. And back to what I actually wanted to make this video about was while I was thinking about this when I first started this walk, I was thinking, well, first of all, I was thinking, like, am I going to kill myself? Like, is that really going to be my destiny? I don't know. Because honestly, like, okay, first of all, I'm just talking about killing myself first, but killing myself, I don't know. Like, it's something that, like, it's not set on if I will do it or if I won't do it. I never thought I would be the type of person to want to kill myself, and I've never, like, had, like, a super close call, I don't think, to killing myself. Like, maybe when I was younger, like, when I was, like, single digit age, like, maybe I was close to killing myself. But, and, my sister's tried to kill herself multiple times, and I've had to stop her from killing herself multiple times. Well, one time my sister said she wanted to kill herself to my mom, and my mom gave her a knife and said, do it. But anyways, I never thought I was the type of person to do that. And I don't know if I've ever had that type of suicidal thoughts. Or, like, I've had suicidal thoughts, but I've never been, like, on the edge, like, about... Alright, the video cut out because I ran out of storage, but... Oh, sorry. Okay, I'm back. Video cut out because I ran out of storage. So, back to on what I was saying. I don't think I've ever been on the verge of killing myself or anything like that. But for the last year or so, I felt like it was coming, like my life was like almost an impending doom thing, where like it's the type of thing where, like, if this keeps going on, if this pain keeps going, if this abuse keeps going, if my life continues to be like this, I'm not gonna last much longer. That's the feeling that's the back in my mind feeling that I've been having the past year or so. And it's getting stronger. It's getting stronger. And so I don't know how much longer I could keep going, I don't know how much longer. So that's why I really want to get out of here and fix, not like, but just like, I want to get out of here and stop that from happening, stop me from doing that. But it's like a meter, right? Like, there's only so much someone can take of this pain I've been going through all my life, and I feel like I'm getting real close to the end of that meter. And that specific feeling is the feeling that I've had for the past year, maybe 2 years, but specifically the past year was that specific thought, feeling of, I'm not going to take this much longer. So with that in the back of my mind, and with me knowing that I'm not taking this much longer, that's probably making it even harder to accomplish the task and get out of here, because of how much more painful it is. And on top of that, I've also really been having thoughts of murdering my mother, because she's been extremely abusive and cruel to me. And for moments where it's just obscene, it's just incredible how unfair and how cruel she's acting in the moment. And for those moments where I sort of have to take it, like when my dog was injured, when I threw the bag of ice about a week ago, when my dog was injured, and she was like, I didn't know exactly what to do. And so I like put her in my mom's, and I started trying to talk with mom about what to do. And she was blaming it on me, because basically what happened, or what she said might have happened and what could have happened, is that I asked her to take me driving, which is, I knew I shouldn't have done it when I asked her, but I just wanted to warm up because I'm taking the written test. So I said, hey, can you take me driving around the block? And she put Simon in the back seat. And apparently I stepped on the brakes too hard, and like Simon hit the back of my seat, and when I stepped on the brakes a little too hard. And my mom said that that's when the injury happened, which was, it's not like I was going, it was like I was like going like maybe 15 miles per hour at most. And it's not like I completely all of a sudden stopped on the brakes. It was like I was like slowing down, and then I stopped. And she said that's when the injury happened, because like Simon had his leg on the seats or something. And so she was just yelling at me, blaming it on me, screaming. Like, meanwhile, my dog is injured on the bed. My mother is just screaming at me, telling me she's telling me I injured the dog. My mom was crying, screaming. She said, don't ask me to do anything for you ever again. She had this look of just that look of just pure hate that she always has. And I just, at that moment, I felt like I had to take it, because my dog was injured on the bed, right? And my mom probably knew what to do at that moment. And then my mom, and the whole time I'm asking my mom if we could take him to the vet sometime to get it, because his hip is obviously injured, his leg is injured. Can we please take him to the vet? And my mom is basically saying no, because we don't have money, even though she spends money on stupid shit. So, but then I'm trying to convince her, and I know that like I'm gonna keep trying to convince her until she takes him to the vet. So I'm talking with her, and meanwhile I don't raise my voice. I barely ever. I don't think I've ever raised my voice at my mom in like years. Like actually, probably 2 years. But I've never screamed at her, because it's what she would want me to do. So and I want to be the bigger person, right? But eventually, with her, and then she says that she wants to give my past dog's pain medications to Simon at the moment. She was like doing other insanely abusive shit to me and my dog in that moment. And she was just screaming at me, right, instead of helping the dog. And I just had this feeling, this like bubble up in me, and I was like talking to myself in my mind, because I had the urge, the feeling, the want to murder my mom at that moment, and I felt the extreme rage. And then I went into myself, and I was like, and I was kind of in disbelief, kind of, that I was like wanted to murder my mom. And I was like, well, you actually want to kill your mom right now. Like, you're actually feeling like you really want to kill your mom right now. And I was like, don't do it. And it was like talking to myself in my mind, don't do it. And I just stared at her for like a minute. And I eventually just threw the bag of ice at her head. I didn't aim for her head, but I threw the bag of ice at her. And it felt good. And so I went in the kitchen and I got another bag of ice. It was like a Ziploc bag of ice. I threw it at her. It was like kind of ground ice. And so I got another bag of ice, because the bag of ice was to put it on my dog's hip. I got another bag of ice. I was going to use it for my dog's hip again, and then she continued screaming, this time louder. So I threw it at her, and this time it didn't even hit her. It hit like the bed. And so, yeah. And so I kind of got out of the feeling of, and the strong urge to murder my mom at that moment. But it was strong. It was a strong urge. And that urge has been getting stronger and stronger and stronger, of wanting to murder my mom. That feeling of it's the feeling of rage, but also the actual, like, wanting to murder my mom. But the feeling of rage coupled with wanting to murder my mom, I guess, and that's what makes it so hard, I guess. I don't know how to describe it. And so, and every time I see her, that I just feel that urge. And that urge is something that's kind of new, which I probably felt it way in the past, but I haven't felt that urge, and like, I just started feeling it, I guess, in the past couple months, or maybe even in the past months of considering killing my mother. So, and I feel like every time I see her, that urge gets stronger. And every time she yells, that urge is getting stronger. Even if it's something that's not like as abusive as what she would do in the past, I feel like that urge is still strong. So that's tough, you know? Because now I feel like if that might blow over, or that might blow up. So, am I going to kill my mom? Am I going to kill myself? What am I going to do? And it's so It's like I said multiple times, it's hard. It's just so hard, and I hurt so much. My hands are freezing, dude. It's like 50. It's probably 48 degrees right now, and I got a long sleeve shirt on. I got pants on. I got socks on, which are wet, and then I got a long sleeve shirt, a normal shirt over that, and then a tank top underneath that, and then I got a bathrobe on, and then I got a beanie right here. But my hands are so cold. I had gloves which are like gloves with holes in it, so like they weren't really gonna protect me much, but my hands I just get so cold all the time. My hands are like the things that get. My hands are usually the things that get cold the quickest and the most. Yeah, so that's basically how I've been feeling, and it's like when I say it out loud, like I have a feeling I am going to kill myself soon, or a feeling that I'm going to kill my mother soon. When I say it out loud, it kind of sounds like stupid in a way, or like something that I wouldn't, like, that's not for me, that's not what I would do. But when I'm in the state that I am now, and I am so much of the time, that's where my mind goes. And the knowledge that the basically knowing that if that would first of all, if I kill myself, that would put my dog in much worse hands. That would put the plants in much worse hands. So I would be not saving them. That's if I kill myself. If I kill my mother, I'm ruining my life, basically, probably. I am doing something which is something that is so incredibly against my morals. Like, killing my mom is like, I'm like big on morals, big on things like that. And my favorite type of story, or my favorite thing, the most moral thing in history, the most moral thing for me is the question of, like, would you kill Hitler? Like, not Hitler as a baby. Would you kill Hitler? And I think that's like the most moral question. And honestly, okay, listen. That's another thing about, like, if Hitler was probably a really bad guy. Like, I don't know anything about the Holocaust or anything like that. But off the history that has been given to me, Hitler was probably a bad guy, okay? So would you kill Hitler? Now, I think, I believe many people would kill Hitler, right? Because he's and I'm talking about kill Hitler like in the middle of what he's doing, right? Would you kill Hitler? I think most people would kill Hitler, and maybe I would too. But I think the most morally best thing a human being can do is have a person which is so incredibly close to irredeemable and has done so many wrong things. I think the most moral thing a person can do is have that person who has done so many wrongs to them and other people and doesn't feel bad about it, is to not kill them, to not have any sort of revenge. I believe that is so moral, that is so incredibly, like, that's so beautiful. But for some reason, and like, that's probably what's keeping me from killing my mother a lot of the time. But for some reason, that's kind of going out the window for me when I think about murdering my mother. But here's the thing, like, I don't think about it, like, logically. I don't think about it, and it's like, even now, I'm not thinking about it logically. Like, obviously, I shouldn't kill my mother. That's not going to accomplish barely anything. In fact, that's just going to make me a worse person. That's going to make me someone who gave up. That's going to make me someone who... My mom is one of the most horrible people you could probably ever imagine. No. There's much worse people, but my mother is, in the horrible things that she's done and the horrible impacts she's had on other people's lives and my siblings' lives and my family's lives, is so incredibly monsterish, so incredibly, just so bad. But you have to not label her as evil. You have to believe that there is the smallest chance of her being a good person, of her doing something that's morally right. Okay? You have to believe there's some timeline, some possibility where she could change, right? So if I kill her, that would be eliminating all of her chances of changing. And not only would it be eliminating all of her chances for changing, it would also be because I'm doing that, but also because I believe that. Like, first of all, it's already a bad thing that I kill her, and that's eliminating her chances of being a good person. So that's already a bad thing. But also the fact that I believe that, and I'm also doing it while I believe that to be true, that's also a bad thing. So now that's two horrible things, two horrible, like, outcomes if I decide to kill her. Because then I'm going to have to live with that. And then on top of that, all the changes in the world that I want to do, all of the things that I want to do, if I killed my mother, like how am I going to become popular? How am I going to, and not popular in like school popular, like how am I going to become a inspirational figure or a political figure or whatever type of figure? How am I going to change things in the world if I'm known for killing my mother, right? And then also but also at the same time, that could also be something that could work in my favor. But that's anyways. It's just, I don't know, man. And maybe it's the fact that I've told the police all this abuse and everything, and I've told the fire stations and called police multiple times for real crimes that have happened, showed them evidence, and the police have only ever been extremely disrespectful to me. The police have only ever taken my mom's side. The police have insulted me. The police have called me a compulsive liar, even when my mom admits to literal crimes, every single police person that I go to doesn't believe a word I say. So it's God, the police encounters that I've had, man. My sister tried to kill herself. I called the police, told her that my mom did all this stuff, threatened to rape me, tried to give me drugs, tried to kill our whole family multiple times. Police didn't do anything about that. My uncle Donnie told the police all this stuff. They didn't believe him, or they like when my uncle Donnie, who was an adult, said all this stuff, like they took it seriously, like they believed him. But then when I say it, and then after my relationship with Donnie ended, then I say the same things to the same exact police officers, and they call me a compulsive liar. And they call me a spoiled brat. This is what they say, because the fridge is full. Because the fridge is full, I'm not getting abused at home. Because, oh yeah, I told them, okay. Okay, this is kind of spiraling, but they say that I don't go to school, which is, at the time when I did call them, like months and months ago, I was not going to school. Which I was not going to school because of my own actions, right? Even though it was that, you could also say that it was because of my abusive family, like because they had to drive me like 30 minutes to school, because that was a school I would live far away from, and it's incredibly abusive and horrible to drive there with my family. But it's still my own actions, right? Like they weren't not allowing me to go to school. So I wasn't going to school, and the police were telling me, why aren't you going to school? And I said, because I was depressed. And by this time I was crying because of how much they were insulting me and didn't believe a word I said. I said, because I was depressed. And that he said, like, get some medications, they said, we got there's medications for that. He said big on taking responsibility. Stop lying, start taking responsibility. Meanwhile, my mom has done all these horrible things to me. My family has done all these horrible things to me. And he's telling me, take responsibility. You're entitled, you're a spoiled brat. It's crazy, man. And I'm getting heated talking about this, and I'm also kind of getting motivated talking about this, because I just want to change the police system so much now, because I don't want this, like, oh my god, I'm actually getting hella motivated right now because of how horribly I was treated by different police officers. Like how just like they treated me like I was just a cockroach. Like they were just so horrible to me. And I don't know if I'm giving it justice, but god damn, like they straight up insulted me, they made fun of me, they laughed at me when I was crying. They laughed at me when I was showing them evidence of my mom trying to give me pills. They didn't do anything about it. When my mom admitted to, I said and I said it to another police officer too. My mom was trying to give me like antipsychotics, whatever, which are hers, and I don't take antipsychotics because I don't have any sort of mental illness. She's trying to drug me. She's drugged my siblings. She takes drugs from my grandparents. The police officer laughed at me and said, I could tell you're lying because you're saying honestly too much. And he laughed at me. He called me a compulsive liar. And he said, because I was saying honestly, like I was like trying to speed up my words, like honestly, I'm telling you all, like, and I was saying honestly, and he laughed at me, and not like in a fun way or like I got you type of way, or he like laughed at me and said, I can tell you're lying because you're saying honestly too much. And then I said that, and I was telling him like all these crimes, and my mom was trying to get me to take these pills, and my mom could drug me at any moment. And he's saying, he shut up. He said, like, you expect me to believe that, or you're lying to me. And I was just saying, just ask her. She's going to admit it because she's stupid. I didn't say because she's stupid, but I said, ask her. She's going to admit that she's giving me pills, or she's trying to give me pills. And police said, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that because I know you're lying. So eventually the police talked to her because they take me home. Because they, like, I don't know, but they take me home. Oh yeah, it's because I went to the fire station and they take me home because they thought I might be running away or something. So they take me home, they talk to my mom, and They come back to the police station. I tell them, "Oh, watch out for that snail on the ground. Watch out for the snail," because there was like snails on the. So I said, "Watch out for that snail. Don't step on it." While they were taking me up to the porch, I went inside. And then my mom said that my mom said to me, she told the police officers that she was just trying to get me to take pills, and the police officers didn't do anything about it. So now the police officers know that I was telling the truth, at least about that. So I go outside. I'm like, my mom, and by the time the police are like already in the street, I'm like, my mom literally admitted to trying to say she was going to give me pills to you guys. Like, she literally admitted that. And the police officer pointed like this big ass like spotlight on me from his police car, trying to blind me. And he said, "Get inside the house now. She was just trying to medicate you. She was trying to medicate you. Get your ass in the house." He didn't say get your ass. He said, get in the house now, or we will arrest you. She was just trying to medicate me? What the fuck does that even mean? I looked it up. That's literally illegal. Like, even if someone was having like a mental episode or some type of shit, which I've never had a mental episode in my fucking life. But if I was a crazy kid, run away or whatever, even though I've never run away from my house ever in my life. But if I was like whatever my mom said I was, that's still illegal to try and give your child drugs, like prescription drugs that are not prescribed for them and that are prescribed for you, which, because you're diagnosed with bipolar and you're diagnosed with schizophrenia and all these anti-personality disorders, you can't give your child that, even if they are in a mental. I've looked it up. So the police literally have, first of all, video footage evidence of her trying to get me to take a pill, and then have her literally admitting to that. And they say, "Go inside now or we're going to arrest you. She was just trying to medicate you." And this is so many different instances that this type of thing has happened. And it's just so fucking retarded. It's so retarded, man. It's so retarded. Man, I want to have all these police officers in jail or fired because of how they handled my case and my situation. I don't think I've ever told a lie to them in the slightest. The only time is like when I said, I don't know if I've ever said a lie. I never meant to say a lie, even if I did say a lie. I never meant, the only time was maybe when I said my mom. No, because the first time when I first called, I didn't say my mom wasn't forcing me not to go to school. That was the second time, because it was true. At that time, I disenrolled from the school, and she wasn't allowing me to go back. And then the police officer that time confused what the school with the last time I called. I never said one lie to them. I never lied at all. I never lied about a crime that happened. I never lied about something that I did. I never lied about anything. And I'm always getting called a compulsive liar, a runaway, or whatever. And it's so many. I've never lied. I've literally never lied, unless I might have got like a date messed up, or like I said like November 8th instead of November 20th or whatever, or something like that. And they've always called me a compulsive liar, been so rude to me. They've literally screamed at me. They've screamed at me. One time I was just crying on my porch. I was just crying, like bawling, because of how they were treating me, and the male police officer was just screaming at me, or like not screaming, but like scolding me. Even though I never said a lie to them. Like I never lied to them about anything. I don't think I even ever exaggerated anything. And he was just scolding me. My sister tried to kill herself multiple times. I called the cops. My sister got sent in even when she admitted to cutting herself, even when there was blood on napkins. The police put her in like a mental, or like did like a check on her for like literally like 4 hours, and then she went back. I looked it up and I called CPS and I called multiple people, and they said like, hold on, the police officers can't do that. If she admitted to cutting herself, if you say she tried to kill herself, and if there's blood, there's literal blood, they have to hold her for at least 24 hours. I talked to multiple like professionals about that, and that just didn't happen. I don't know why that didn't happen. And then the second time she tried to kill herself, both these times, which if I wasn't there, if I didn't hold her from killing herself, even with my mom and even with her boyfriend being there, they wouldn't have done shit about it. Like she would have killed herself, or she would have cut herself deeply or whatever. And she says like, oh, I was only cutting myself. I don't know. I don't think so. I think she was trying to kill herself. If I wasn't there both those times, she would probably be dead right now. She would be dead. And the second time, or the third time that I called the police because I stopped her from killing herself, they didn't even check on her. They went inside the house for 5 minutes to talk to my mom, told me to stay outside. And then after 5 minutes of like talking to my mom, or maybe like looking at her or whatever, they went outside and started yelling at me, telling me I needed to take responsibility, telling me that I was a compulsive liar. All this type of shit. And so it's like, god damn. Okay, okay, this kind of spiraled into talking about my police encounters, but yeah, it's just basically what I wanted. I'm gonna hopefully circle back to actually the actual reason that I wanted to, or the main point of this video was when I first came out on this walk, and I was thinking about like if I'm gonna kill myself sometime, or if I'm gonna kill my mom or whatever, and just the horrible pain that I'm always in. I was listening to the Final Countdown, the 80s song, Fire Song. I was blasting that in my earbuds as I was going on the walk, because whenever I go inside, I always blast music in my earbuds so I can drown out noise or screaming. So I went inside to like refill my coffee and water bottle, and then I went on the walk, still listening to the song. And I was just in a horrible mood, like I always am in. And I went out, and I was thinking about, am I going to kill myself sometime? And I was listening to the song, and then I imagined myself walking. And I imagined myself walking to like, I was like an astronaut, or like I was just walking, and there was like a cameraman videotaping me, and there was like a reporter asking me a question. Like I was having this imagination, and there was a reporter and they held a mic up to me, and and I was walking like determined, right? And this like voice, the reporter's voice, said like, Are you nervous about this event? Are you nervous about your what you're going to do, or what it's going to be, or like, are you nervous? And I in this imagination, listening to the Final Countdown, I was like looking ahead stoically, and I said, I've been through abuse. I've been through suicidal thoughts, and I've came out the other side. This ain't nothing. And then I walked on, and then like whatever I was doing, I accomplished the goal or whatever. And I had that like imagination, and I laughed to myself because it was funny, but also because that's true. If I get out of here, if I make it past this, and I've already been through suicidal thoughts, I've already been through abuse. probably much worse than what I'm going through now. I mean, I don't know, but for sure abuse is worse. Like, I've had worse abusive times for sure. Excuse me. But if I make it out of here, I will permanently have that on my belt of I've been through horrible abuse. I've been through extreme suicidal thoughts, suicidal feelings, suicidal thoughts. Whatever I choose to do, whether it be changing the world, playing basketball, or learning things, studying or doing things that are extremely hard, extremely whatever, climbing Mount Everest, jumping, training to jump 10 feet in the air, world records, whatever I choose to do, I have already been through incredibly abusive times. I've been through incredibly suicidal thoughts. This ain't nothing. That isn't nothing. I've already been through just moments in states which are so incredibly horrible, and I've been through those states for so long that whatever I choose to do, even if it's like the craziest thing in the world, hardest thing in the world to accomplish, it's easier than that. It's so much easier. And I've already been through that. I've already been through the worst. I've already been through abusive times. So, and I chuckled to myself when I had that imagination of me walking, and then like a cameraman on me, and like a reporter, interviewer saying, like, with like the mic up to me as I'm walking, like, "Are you nervous about this?" And then I say, "I've been through abuse. I've been through suicidal thoughts. This ain't nothing. I'm going to get it done." Or I just say, "I've been through abuse. I've been through suicidal thoughts," and then I keep walking. I laughed because of that's just kind of silly. That's silly to like think about. But also I laughed because that's true. Like, that is, I've been through that. I've been through hard times. I've been through horrible times, incredibly painful times. That is the attitude I will have. Alright, the video cut out yet again. I'm not sure. And then my phone like was acting really weird. But to wrap the video up was, oh, my dog just got in the car. Oh, so this is where I'm living, basically, in this abandoned, like a broken down car in my garage. But I already talked about this in earlier videos. But yeah, that attitude is what I will have when that imagination that if I end up getting out of here, if I end up not killing myself, if I end up not killing myself, not killing my mom, not doing any stuff, if I actually do get the goals done, I will have that attitude, because I will already be through I will already be through these times. So anything I choose to do it's not as hard as any of this. So yeah. So I mean, obviously I don't have any like suicidal or homicidal thoughts right now, but yeah, hopefully I keep doing my goals, even though it's so hard. Hopefully I just keep going, hopefully I make it out of here. And I'm just gonna try to keep that imagination in my mind. Love you guys so much. Have an amazing life, death, and afterlife. Feel the peace, love, joy, serenity, clarity, openness, happiness, selflessness, godliness, cleanliness, healthiness, purity, good energy, positive energy, everything good and all my love. Don't kill yourself. Don't kill anybody else. I'm struggling so much, so we're struggling together. But I'm gonna hold on. I'm holding on. At least right now, I'm holding on. So yeah, love you so much. Have an amazing life, death, and afterlife. Bye bye.